Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to be doing this tutorial for you. Mother Nature's been very cruel to us here in Chicago. She hasn't been letting us see any of the sunshine and very stingy with all the nice weather. So I figured I would bring a little bit of sunlight to you guys and come up with this kind of brightness and sunlight and yellow and happiness. So if you guys want to see how I do it, keep watching. Alright, I've already put on moisturizer. I'm going to start on my eyes. I am going to put a little bit of concealer on my eyes instead of primer just because I don't need it to last all day long. Alright, so I set everything. I'm just going to use a face powder. This is the Bare Skin Super Stay from Maybelline in the color 80. This is actually my tan shade, and I'm trying to like dip into my powder some more because it's like every time it's winter time I hardly ever touch my face powders. I usually will use a translucent. I don't need it to stay on me like as much as I do when it's in the summer. So in the winter time I hardly ever touch my powders, but this is actually a good transition for me because I'm fairly pale right now in the winter. I'm going to use the color Uninterrupted by MAC. This one's a great one. They're actually bringing it back. I know that there are a couple of there's one eyeshadow palette. It's called the Semi Sweet palette from MAC. They have this color in there, so if you don't have it and you need it right now, it's in that palette, but I think they're bringing it back, I'm pretty sure. So I'm putting that all over the crease. Alright, I'm going to dip into my colorful palette. I've made this with like Coastal Scents eyeshadows, a few NYX single eyeshadows, MAC eyeshadows. I think that's it. I want it to be more yellow. So this first color I'm using, it's a kind of like a paler yellow. It's called CM01. It's from Coastal Scents. It's one of their hot pots. You guys, I don't know how long it's been since I've had that, but so I'm just putting that in my crease to kind of like bring some yellowness back into there. Alright, I'm going to use a more dense brush, and I'm picking up this color. It's also from Coastal Scents. This is their CM02. It's just a little bit brighter. MAC has colors like this, very similar. I just don't remember what they are off the top of my head. So I'm going to pack that on as much as I can. Oh. I need to have used a light primer. I need to make that better. So I'm going to use an eyeliner. This one's my nude one. It just has more of a creaminess to it, and I need these colors to pop more. So I'm going to spread some on there. And it's very sticky. Let's see if that works. Yes, it works. And the trick with like any kind of, especially matte colors, but it definitely applies to shimmery ones, you want to like pack it on top. I'm going to put some more on this side and do the same thing. It might look better on here. I'm going to take my fluffy brush with that same yellow and just kind of go into the crease just to make sure it blends nice and smoothly between that ochre color and this one. Or I'm going to take some more Uninterrupted and just kind of like almost create more of a contrast into my crease area. So it looks like two different colors now. Alright, this is the part where I move on to the face because I get bored. For my primer, I'm using One Heck of a Blot by Soap & Glory. Something I've been really excited to talk to you guys about, and I've actually tested on my own. And I was going to do a video, but I was like, I don't need to, because I'll just tell you guys. But maybe I'll do another one just in case you guys want to see like a full-on comparison with it and without it. In the winter time, I have a very oily T-zone. Not so much, it's like a little T. So it's mostly in this area that I get very oily. Sometimes on my chin, but not a ton. But really the oil is all up in here. So this is from Mehron. It's their Touch Up Anti-Shine. And I remember I got this a while back for my kit, and I was like, oh, I could use this for blah, blah, blah. And it says to use it like on top of makeup or underneath makeup. And a lot of the times when you see that, for me, it's really hard to like understand how to use it. So then I don't use it. But lately I pulled it out and I was like, I'm gonna figure this out if this works. This works. So it's like a barrier pretty much. So where you put this, you want to put it in those areas literally where you get oily only. because it can kind of pill a little bit. The other day I did like a little test, like a wear test. I did it on one side and not the other, and it was like oil city and like not that oily. So it makes a big difference. What it's doing, it's kind of like, you know, creating a thick barrier between your oils, and on top of the primer, which is great, this stuff is like extra heavy duty. So if you have oily skin, I'd recommend you get it. It's you can buy it I think at camerareadycosmetics.com. It's from Mehron again. It's a makeup, like very creative kind of brand called Touch Up Anti-Shine. There's a couple of shades. There's like medium light and dark, and the shades you can hardly see and tell. So I'm definitely adding this to my kit for my oily skin girls. Alright, I'm mixing together the Covergirl Healthy Elixir in 745, which is a little bit too tan for me. Oh, I'm just so ready to be tan. And then the L'Oreal Pro Glow in 205. 205 is definitely lighter for me, but I like to mix them together. And the way I do that, I just like put it on my palette and I like mix them like this. And I like to flatten it out so that I can pick it up better with my sponge. Like that. And then I just put the rest of it on my face. So Chicago has been hit with a ton of snow. Probably it was like a foot, and then like 6 more inches today, or 4 more inches, I don't know, or yesterday. And it's getting old. Although I will say we didn't have snow last year, really, like any kind of crazy snow. And we did have it a couple years ago, but so we're kind of due, but still, it's not fun. I forget how strong that elixir scent, like smell is. Yellows with really tan skin look so beautiful. I think that's like one of my favorite looks. I love the way the elixir foundation like sits on my nose. It just doesn't gather into the like the pores. I'm actually gonna put a little bit of that underneath my eyes, more to neutralize it before I actually brighten. And I've been doing that a lot with concealer that's a little bit too dark for me right now, just targeted right underneath to kind of like neutralize the color, and then actually add concealer to brighten and conceal. This is the new concealer by Makeup Revolution. Everybody says it's like a Shape Tape type of dupe, and I can agree that there are some similarities with like the shape of it, the doe foot, things like that. I don't have my exact color. This is actually C7. I originally got C5 and C7. Those are really only the colors that were available to me. And C7 is still way too light. So there's definitely a learning curve with figuring out the colors. And I don't know, like at Ulta it looked like it was my color. But I'm keeping this one. I actually returned the other one. I'm keeping this one because I do like a bright under eye. I don't have many concealers that are like super light and super bright, just because for some reason I've just gotten rid of them. But this is a nice one to kind of brighten and lighten underneath there. Alright, to kind of powder down my face, I'm going to use the Fit Me Light Medium 20 Finishing Powder from Maybelline. I really like this powder. I think that I feel bad because I made a big fuss about the Patrick Star powder. And while I think it's an amazing powder, I don't think it's the one all be all. I think this powder is like really legit. It's one of my favorite powders. I'm going to take whatever is left and just kind of dust in the areas I'm going to bronze. And the reason I do that is because I don't want it to skip. So I want it to be on something smooth and powdery, which is a similar texture to my bronzing powder. Alright, one of my favorite things to do, and it's a very lazy girl thing to do, but I'm okay with it, is to use a liner on the lash line and to smudge it quickly before it dries. It's a Wet n Wild liquid pen, and it's super tiny, tiny. It's been going strong for a year. So what I do is I stamp it only halfway because I don't want it to dry, and I'll take a smudgy brush and just literally like smudge it side to side. And it makes just like the softest liner without needing to use eyeshadow. And the reason I'm doing this on the top is because I'm going to add some lashes, and I just want something for it to kind of grip onto. If you just do it without it and you kind of misplace that lash for whatever reason, it's harder to disguise. So this just makes it easier. Place it. Smudge side to side. Alright, quickly, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows with the NYX pencil. This is the thicker one, the Precision Brow Pencil in the color Ash Brown. I love the way Ash Brown looks on my brows. It's just never warm, and I love it. So I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to add on some mascara. I'm going to be using the Giga Black mascara. I actually did not realize this was a tubing mascara. I need to buy more tubing mascaras because this is actually easy to take off, and I love it. So I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to throw in some lashes. These are the Opulent lashes from Eyelure. They're like the mink effect eyelashes. They're so pretty. I'm trying to get myself to use these thicker band lashes and get like comfortable with them. They don't feel comfortable when I blink. I swear, something about like when I blink, I'm like, ow, ow, ow. So I need to cut them right. So let's see if we can figure this out together. Yeah, let me put these on, and I'll be back. Alright, we're back with eyes and brows. Yay! I'm not done with the brows. I'll come back to the brows because you guys know I love to add that little extra gel and like kind of brow mascara at the very, very end after I've done everything else. So I'll explain why. I think I already have, but I'll explain it again. For my bottom lash line, I don't want it to be black as much as I do love the way black looks against yellow. I want a little bit of brown in there, so I'm using the Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Color in the color Chocolate. I never talked about this product, and I actually bought it, and I was really excited about it. So I'm just going to put it under my lash, and I'm literally just like rubbing to smudge it. Because it ain't that serious, and this is just exactly how I want it. That's why I like these. I was playing with them, and I like researched them afterwards, and then I never went back. And I was like, shoot, I want to go back. And then I saw that they had them at my Ulta. So I think they're really pretty. They stay really well on my eyelids. I like doing it like on the lash line, just smudging it out and like adding something like shimmery on top. It just doesn't budge. I'm gonna add some bottom mascara to this look, and I think we'll be done with the eyes unless we add some shimmer, which that will happen when we do highlight. Alright, I'm gonna pinch my lashes with the falsies. The reason I like doing mascara first is because my mascara usually stays a little bit sticky and tacky, and it's easier to pinch together. Some people like to do the lashes on top and then they put mascara to like link them together. I don't like messing up the lashes. I want to like, you know, use the lashes more, and I don't want to clean them and stuff like that. So that's just me. That's just me. As a transition for my face, I'm actually using my face powder because you guys saw in my crease how it was definitely like darker than me, and it was showing up. I like using face powders as transitions. I don't like using bronzers by themselves anymore. I think the only time it works is when I'm really tan in the summertime, but right now I need transition and bronzer, or transition and contour. Alright, now I can go in with the bronzer. This one's from L'Oreal. This is the Glam Bronze. Actually, I had a Instagram follower. She posts a lot of pictures like of new releases, and anyway, she posted a new release that she saw from L'Oreal, and they're coming out with these bronzers again. I'm going to take a little bit of my face powder to kind of add some definition. For my blush, I want to keep it a little bit peachy and warm, and I'm missing the summertime. So I'm going to use my Taj Mahal by NARS. This is probably one of 3 blushes that I ever use. Peaches, the one from Milani, and this one, pretty much. I should just get rid of the other ones. I don't even bother. I'm ready to highlight, so I'm going to be using my little Kiko eyeshadow. This one's in the color 208, and if you guys have never seen an eyeshadow used as a highlighter, there are several. There's one from Maybelline that's a really great one. That is a beautiful kind of bronzy color and perfect for highlighting. Eyeshadows can be used for highlighting too. If you don't have something and you love, you know, the shade of the eyeshadow, just use it as a highlighting powder. It's just as beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of that eyeshadow and use it on my eyes. I'm going to put it in the inner corner, kind of like a little bit of sheen in there. Alright, I'm going to set my face a little bit with some NYX Dewy Spray. I like this spray. I don't know if I'm going to buy it again. I still love the Milani one. But I will say the spritzer is so good. I take my little brow pencil from NYX. This is the slim one, the micro pencil. And I'm going to fill in my reading mark. I'm taking the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer from Maybelline. You guys, I've been loving this. I feel like this has made my eyebrows look so much like hairier and fibery, and it just, oh, like it makes my hair, like brow hair, stay really well. The color I'm using is deep brown. I'm going to take a little teeny beanie eyeliner gel pen. This is from Julep. I'm not sure where I got this from. I think it was a sample actually that I got. I'm just going to line the upper waterline. This always helps makes your lashes look a little bit more seamless. Sometimes when you look straight forward, you can see that gap of that skin and it kind of looks more fake. Doing this just makes it look really complete and finished. Alright, we're almost done here. Now we're going to do the lips. I love a good contrast, so I think I'm going to use this liquid suede from NYX. This is in the color Vintage. And I haven't used this color forever. I'm going to actually use it with a brush. That's pretty. It's definitely not as opaque as the lighter ones, but that's what happens when you get like more pigment on there. Yeah, I'll layer it. Yeah, you definitely have to layer this product. I think it just looks better. Let it get tacky and then add another layer. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys try any of these products, please let me know what you thought too. I'm really curious to know how they treated you. Were they good to you? And if you haven't tried any of the products, which ones are on your wish list? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!